We'll go back now, Melissa, to the discussion Blake started for us there on these never Trump forces. It is kind of, as he said, their last stand this week as they try to plan this attempt to persuade the Rules Committee to adopt a proposal that would allow delegates to vote their conscience and pick the nominee, vote for whoever they want, essentially. Kendal Unruh joins us once again, Republican delegate, member of the RNC Rules Committee and founder of Free the Delegates. We talked to you, I guess, a few weeks back about all of this, but now this is it. This is the time. First of all, tell us how it's going to work this week. What exactly do you hope to do timeline-wise?
Sure. Well, actually, Thursday and Friday, we actually go into our Rules Committee meeting, and that's where I will be sponsoring the conscience clause itself, that all delegates may unbind according to a conscience without any repercussions from state law or from the party itself. But I want to really make sure that people understand that I'm actually codifying a right that already exists. This isn't giving them the permission to do it. It's actually just allowing them to be aware of something that already exists, and that is the inherent constitutional God-given right to vote their conscience on the floor.
There's some debate over that, though, right? Isn't that why you're going through it? I mean, there's others that say, nah, that's not the way it is. You got to go with it.
Of course, you have people that are going to protect the party, that want the power and the control, and the establishment types that don't want the voice of the people to be reflected in the delegation. But there's enough people that have become empowered and aware with the education that really, it's always been the history of the party. 39 out of 40 conventions have always allowed for the delegates to unbind, and it took an active, yes. So I'm very confident that the amendment, though, that my conscience clause is going to actually pass out of the Rules Committee with the minority report. Of that, I'm confident. And then it will move on to the floor so the delegates can have a vote on that.
Okay, so now let's move forward. I guess all this becomes hypothetical then and get to that point. You know, you probably heard Blake's reporting a few minutes ago saying that even from the people he's speaking to out there in Cleveland and delegates and the like, that it is still unlikely that this ends up amounting to anything because some of the delegates still themselves, even if they are unbound, many of them are Trump supporters. What do you say to that?
And that might be true, but let me tell you, Trump should actually welcome the fact that people can vote their free conscience on the floor, because then he would actually walk out with more of a unified party. But we're going into this convention with momentum, and I can tell you what has happened the last couple days is people that have been on the fence have been kind of waiting to see if there was any type of legitimacy to this movement, and they have actually joined. What we're up against is the soft thug tactics of the RNC that have joined with the Trump campaign and the surrogates in order to actually mandate and be thought police, because they're actually punishing people and penalizing delegates and yanking their credentials before they've even taken an action to unbind. They are preempting an action, and I find that ludicrous, and that's what we're fighting right now. But we are going in with momentum, and we have the numbers to, we are confident we have the numbers to keep Donald Trump from reaching that threshold.
Okay, well, we'll follow it, Kendal, as we have all week and get an update from you. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate it.
It's going to be a real convention. Thank you for the time.
Okay.